Telltale Games is being revived.
Yeah, but not by
LCG Entertainment.
Is this like a deep, like
it is very much a THQ
holding
Nordic
company?
Situation,
Yeah,
as far as I can
hey,
tell.
we bought the name to this thing, so we're going to use it.
Yes,
sure.
Which they seem pretty upfront about. Sounds like
I just wonder what they're necessarily getting there. Like, it feels like the Telltale name is not in a great place.
But it got said a lot.
Yeah.
Like what they're getting is a brand that people may have heard of.
True.
It's why, like someone bought the Acclaim name immediately and then started slapping it on like some bad free-to-play games of that era. So you would see like currency cards in stores that had the Acclaim logo on it. It was just like,
I would buy that just to have that card.
Yeah.
But did that work?
No. Well, in that case, no. But like THQ Nordic someday will just drop the Nordic and just become THQ. And to casual followers of games, it will be the same THQ that was always there.
Yeah.
It probably already is to some of those
people. I mean, didn't they even give the logo the same font treatment?
Oh, yeah.
And they've picked up some of the licenses that the old THQ had and all this stuff. And, for some folks, it'll just be business as usual. So the Telltale name, even though most of the times it's been said over the last year, 6 months, whatever it's been, has been in a very negative context of it falling apart, it got said a lot. So when you say the next game from Telltale, you will have people that don't follow this aspect of the business that will still just be like, oh, yeah, I like that. What do they do? The Walking Dead. They did The Walking Dead. I want to let's check that out. Yeah, that's Strong Bad. They made that Strong Bad game.
Don't know what that is.
No. It's worth pointing out that I believe all of their games had been taken down off of storefronts at this point, right? Sounds like part of
I remember them getting
Dead
taken off of Steam.
Back on maybe on the Epic Store or something, but like there was some aspect.
It's because Skybound came in and rescued.
That's what it was.
Rescued Walking Dead, so there were external business arrangements made there. But it sounds like one of their first priorities is to get some of those games back up for sale.
So did they also get the catalog? And
it sounds like not everything.
Okay.
But some, because a lot of that stuff is licensed, and I'm sure individual.
Yeah, that was part of the thing as well. Like, how are these contracts void, or were they voided when Telltale went under? Like,
they have to go back and do new deals to sell Bone again.
Yeah, like did the Netflix thing ever come out?
I don't.
The Stranger Things?
No, that was the
that wasn't that.
No, they had like some interactive
show. It wasn't Minecraft, was it?
I thought it was Minecraft.
Yeah. Were they adapting their Minecraft thing for Netflix?
So like maybe they're hoping they can still maintain a relationship with Netflix, and I don't know.
Polygon talked to a number of former Telltale staffers about this, and also a number of other people have gotten out on social media, of course, and expressed some of their feelings about this. Like, unsurprisingly, as raw as that situation was when it happened, people have got a pretty wide range of feelings about this other group of investors just swooping in and kind of
I feel like the
picking up the name.
The general sentiment I saw was one of, man, fuck that. For the most part, but also I feel like this has happened so many other times, like with THQ or with these other companies and stuff, that like it's not the first time this has happened. It's maybe the first time it's happened to a company that kind of fell apart so spectacularly.
Yeah, and also it happened very quickly. Yeah. Like the THQ properties languished for like years before somebody picked all that stuff up, and this has been like well under a year.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like inherently a bad thing, right? If they're going to hire people from, I think that's what they said about, they want to try and get some of the Telltale people back.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
They've
hired.
It's
easy to say that.
That's the thing. Like, it's very much like inherently, I don't think this is awful, but let's see how hard you actually commit to this.
Right. They've hired, it sounds like, a small number of former Telltale employees back on under contract. One of whom told Polygon that the contract is fair to to their mind. It seems tentatively okay for some of those people, and I'm sorry, I'm looking for a couple of the quotes here.
Well, some of those folks would have found other work by now.
Oh yeah. Quite a few of them have.
Kind of was in the wind, so you're going to get a handful of people maybe. But.
So the new CEO of Telltale, Jamie Ottley, I guess how you say his name, said it's imperative that we take a slow and methodical approach to growth. We want to build a sustainable company with a healthy, non-crunch work culture. We will be hiring 8 to 10 people in the next 6 months, and we'll be somewhere around 30 by the end of our first year. We would love to bring back everyone who wants to come, but that just isn't the economic reality of the games industry, and it would be irresponsible of us to do so.
Because that's exactly what happened to Telltale.
They absolutely stretched themselves
that was
way
the thing,
too thin.
Man. Telltale, like you think about that Telltale story, and just whatever. We talked about it then, but just like the rapid expansion of Telltale when they moved out of that building above Snyder, and and got to their own office and were suddenly like, oh, we have 4 separate teams we're building now and all this other stuff. Like I remember talking to Job when he was there doing PR and ran into him on my way to PAX, and he was talking about like how like, yeah, we're looking for people to lead all these teams and do all this stuff. And it was like, man, it seems like a lot all of a sudden. They got all these properties. Like it was real easy to close those deals on the back of, you know, how successful Walking Dead was and some of the other stuff they had done, but actually executing on it and making it happen and building like a responsible pipeline to turn that stuff out. Just, oh, whatever. The all their technical issues, all that we've talked that stuff to death by now.
On top of that, running the company hand to mouth with no plan for when the work fell through.
I was reading through that article, and I think someone said that they think they hired them back because they had experience with the Telltale tool.
Yeah,
which is interesting because I feel like maybe one of the first things you'd want to do is get a new tool, because that became very quickly the thing that hamstrung them.
Well, if it's a matter probably of like, hey, can we need to do some work just to maybe put these games out on additional platforms, like do stuff with the existing
like port
catalog.
Them over.
Yeah, port them over, make sure that they're getting supported on whatever updated Windows 10, you know,
maybe
whatever you got.
Maybe easier to build on your existing tech base than
at least for now, and then you've got at least got some money coming in to then say, okay, we've stemmed some of the bleeding here from just like starting a business. Now let's go invest in new development, and then at that point you're like, all right, fuck these tools.
The gist of the story on Polygon, based on the former Telltale people that they talk to, sounds like they, you know, a fair amount of skepticism, but that they are looking at who has gone back and what they're saying about it, and feel like, okay, maybe we'll give this a benefit of the doubt.
Cool.
They quoted Emily Grace Buck, who was a narrative designer at the original Telltale. She said, "I admit that I'm skeptical, but given the enthusiasm of those involved, I'm choosing to be cautiously optimistic about this new company calling itself Telltale." And they've brought the same director of operations back on, who they say was well liked and not involved in the mismanagement of the company. So,
I mean, it seems like if you're going to do this, they seem to be doing it from an okay place. It's just really wait and see, right?
Yeah. Time will tell.